Hey Chris, how are you?
Hi, good thanks.
Excellent. It's been such a pleasure to be here today. We've been talking about the Workforce Capability Framework and in terms of growing your workforce.
I'm looking forward to bringing the Workforce Capability Framework to life with these awesome videos.
So when I think about growing the workforce, I think about how to get more people interested in the work that we do and to find different ways of reaching them and different pathways for them to come in. And so one of the ways of doing like a general way of approaching this is to do community information sessions. And when the time and resources allow for an organisation to be able to go out and do that, to actually go out and talk to people in the community. For example, we did it through all the libraries in our region, going out and holding 2-hour community information sessions. It was amazing how many people came up after those and were really interested. And then we could refer them to different things that they could do to come and watch pieces of the work, our interagency meetings, or come and observe the men's program. And then more specifically, it is the student placements. If I think of some of the most effective practitioners that we ended up recruiting, it was through the student placements, which is a long, slow, deep dive into the work where they get to talk to lots of people in the organisation about the work, the impact of the work, and really make up their mind. And we get to know them as people as well. So that's still, I think, one of the best ways. And beyond, before they finished their degree, some people came for their placement and then changed their degree as a result of their placement. The other thing is to be really open about who you take on as a student placement. I think the tendency historically has been to take on social workers or psychologists. And I think being much more open to people's range of experiences and their disciplines, multidisciplinary approach in this work is absolutely essential. The capability framework points to the importance of that. And looking at people from law, from criminology, from education, from health, looking at different disciplines, because they come into the organisation. If they do come into the organisation, they're all asking different questions. They make the organisation and the leadership and everyone think about why we're doing the work and how we're doing the work. And they'll ask completely different questions from somebody who's doing a social work or a psychologist degree. So I think that's a huge strength if you can do that. And I think about the times about how we grow the numbers in specific parts of the workforce. For example, it's currently and historically very difficult to get people to work in the men's behaviour change programs. And sometimes you have to be a lot more targeted in approaching that. So one of the things that we tried was running 6 one-weekly sessions of 2 hours each for the colleagues in our interagency group and broader, and doing a really deep dive into the men's work and the history of the men's work, what our particular approach was, the challenges of it. We got them to do some of the exercises that we do in the men's program, and we had, I think it was 13 or 16 men and women come along to all 6 sessions. And they were really challenged by some of it, and some of them got very interested. So I think sometimes taking the risk and doing those deep dives, even if they didn't end up coming to observe the men's program, to go to the next step of observing, they all learnt a lot more about the work and were able to go back to their organisations and talk about it. So I think that's still a worthy thing to do, even if it doesn't end up that you end up with all of a sudden 13 new men's program facilitators.